Hi everyone, welcome to Teaching Math. Today we're starting our Exponents series. We'll explore what exponents really mean and how they help us write repeated multiplication in a short way. By the end, you will understand exactly what the base and exponent tells us and how to read them confidently. All right, everyone, before we start learning about exponents, let's play with a little pattern and see if you can spot what's going on. Here's a pattern, 2, 4, 8, 16, 32. What do you notice about this pattern? And what do you think is happening each time? Right. If you answered each number is doubling, we're multiplying by 2 over and over again, you will be right. So if you start with 2 and multiply 2 times 2, right? That will equal 4. And then if we multiply 2 times 2 times 2, that will equal 8. 2 times 2 times 2 times 2, it will equal 16. And then 2 times 2 times 2 times 2 times 2 will equal 32. And we can go on like this. And this is our pattern. It's doubling each time. Wow, that's a lot of 2's. Imagine if you have to go and do this 10 times. That will be a lot of 2's. So the next question I would ask, what if we want a faster way to write this? The exponential growth, right? The numbers are doubling. What if we write it in a faster way? So instead of writing, let's say 2 times 2, we can simply write 2 raised to the second power and 2 times 2 times 2. There's 3 2's, so we can write raised to the third power. And then the next will be raised to the fourth power. And then the next will be raised to the fifth power. And the first one will be 2 raised to the first power because there's only one 2. Okay, so as you can see, this makes it so much easier and it's so much shorter to write it this way, right? But let's try and understand what each component is in here, each part of this. So let's say if we're saying 2 raised to the fifth power, we're simply saying that 2, our base, is the number that's being multiplied. And then the 5 is our exponent. That tells us how many times that number is being multiplied, as you can see from the example here, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Pretty cool, right? So now we can write repeated multiplication in one short, powerful way. That's what exponents are all about. All right, let's jump in and see how this works with some examples. Here's our first example. And power and exponents. The rule, again, we know that power of exponents is showing repeated multiplication can be written with an exponent, where base is telling us the number that's being multiplied and the exponent is telling us how many times that number is being multiplied. So let's work with our first example. Example 1. 3 raised to the fourth power. It's telling us that this is, when we expand it, will be 3 times 3 times 3 times 3. So 4 times. And then second one will be 5 raised to the second power. Just tell us 5 times 5. And then the third example is telling us 10 raised to the third power. Means 10 times 10 times 10. Let's go ahead and write what are our bases here. So the base for the example 1 is 3. and then the exponent is 4. Second one, the base, the number that's being multiplied is 5, and the exponent that shows us how many times it's being multiplied is 2. And the third, the base is, I'm going to let you guess this one, 10, you're right, and exponent is 3. Okay, now that we understand this, let's do the opposite. I'm going to write a number here as an example for you to do on your own. So we have 6 times 6 times 6 times 6. You would write this shorter with an exponent, and 7 raised to the 5th power, you would expand this one. Go ahead and pause the video and try on your own, and then join me back. Okay, so if you've written 6 raised to the 4th power, you will be correct because 6 is multiplied by itself 4 times. 1, 2, 3, 4. And now let's expand 7 to the 5th power. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There you have it. Awesome work! You've just unlocked the first step to mastering exponents. Next time, we'll learn how to multiply and divide powers. It's super simple once you know the rule. Make sure to subscribe and hit the bell notification so you don't miss the next video right here on Teaching Math. And remember, learning math takes patience, practice, and perseverance. See you next time.